What's up, YouTube? Jeff, your Style O.G. And on today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the 10 things I wish I knew in my 20s. If you're new to the channel, we release a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, discussing various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. I invite you to subscribe, tap that notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Truth Hammer, salute. Now, there's a great saying that goes, youth is wasted on the young. And I truly believe that. A lot of us, when we're younger, we got a lot of excitement, a lot of energy, but not much wisdom. Only through experience do we build a better balance between what we know and what we do. And that includes you and me. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you some of the things I wish I knew in my 20s, when I was filled with youthful exuberance, but not as much wisdom as I feel I've acquired by now. Hopefully, through my experiences, you can learn a little bit and help you skip the line on some of the mistakes I made when I was younger. We're going to talk about a few things I wish I knew style-related and several just life-related. So without any further delay, let's get into 10 things I wish I knew in my 20s. Now, one of the things I definitely wish I knew in my 20s is that style mantra, fit is king. I mean, take a look at this guy. He really thought he was killing it. This tuxedo has to be at least 2 to 3 sizes too big. And the thing about it, I spent a lot of money on this tuxedo. I really thought I was the man. But the fit is absolutely terrible. The jacket is too big, the pants are too long. As I've gotten a little older, I realized just how important fit is, especially when it comes to a suit. You want it to be nipped and tucked in the right places. This fly guy definitely didn't know that. Back in my 20s, I really wish I knew fit is king. And that brings us to lesson number 2 I wish I had learned much earlier. The importance of having a tailor. Tailor can make up for so much when it comes to your wardrobe. Like I mentioned in that last tip, nipping and tucking that tuxedo would have done me a world of good. But it's not just with your suits. Almost anything in your wardrobe can be tailored, and it can make something that's not as expensive look much more expensive. It's all about the fit. And the tailor can impart to you knowledge that you might not have acquired when it comes to style and fit. Most of the time, they have a lot of experience and can help you learn what looks good on your body type. No matter whether it's casual or dressy clothes, a tailor is your best friend. The next thing I wish I knew in my 20s, the importance of skincare for men. Now, here's the thing. Just like a lot of you, I thought skincare was for the ladies. I mean, who needs all those lotions and potions for their face? That's not manly. Boy, was I wrong. In my 20s, I suffered from dry skin. You know why? I was washing my face with bar soap. Bar soap will strip your face of its moisture. Then later on in my 20s, I was suffering from oily skin. Guess what I thought? I shouldn't ever use a moisturizer. Was that dead wrong? Here's the thing, a lot of guys who suffer from oily skin actually don't have enough moisture in their skin, thus your face is going to overproduce moisture, making it oily. And that's just a couple of examples where I didn't realize skincare was just as important for guys as it is for ladies. If I knew then what I know now, I would have started a skincare regimen way back then. Now, one of the reasons why a lot of guys don't do any skincare is because they're intimidated by all the choices. They don't know where to begin, and they don't even know how to put together a skincare regimen. On top of thinking it's gonna break the bank. That's why I highly suggest for guys who think that way, you try the skincare system from today's video sponsor, TJ Hanley. Now, why TJ Hanley? 3 simple words. It's simple, affordable, and effective. Now, I don't know about you, one of my barriers to entry when it came to starting skincare is I just didn't know where to begin, what to use, and how often to use it. TJ Hanley solves all those problems for you. It comes with everything you need to take care of your skin on the daily. I'm talking about your wash, your moisturizer, your scrub, and for us older G's, your skin tightening serum and your eye cream. And on top of that, TJ Hanley takes all the guesswork out. They send you the right amount of product to last you for the month. When you're done, the next month's supply is right at your door. And one of the things I absolutely love about TJ Hanley is this great instruction card. It teaches you what to use, when to use it, and how much of it to use. Super simple to use. But on top of that, TJ Hanley is extremely affordable. it's up to 25 to 50% less expensive than their competitors. Being simple and affordable is great, but it wouldn't matter if T.'s Hanley didn't work. But that's not an issue either. I found that it works extremely well. It keeps my face looking healthy, fresh, and a little bit more youthful, especially when I use that eye cream. So if you want to try a skincare system that is simple, affordable, and effective, make sure you hit that link in the description, check out T.'s Hanley, and get started on your skincare regimen today. The next thing I really wish I knew in my 20s, do not buy cheap dress shoes. The first job I ever got that I had to dress up a little bit, I had to get myself a pair of black dress shoes. Now, Mr. Spend 100, 200, 300 bucks on sneakers wanted to pay 80 bucks for some dress shoes. Boy, did I pay for that mistake. After wearing them for maybe 2 or 3 months, they were ripped to shreds. Terrible. Later on, I learned when I spent more on quality dress shoes and took good care of them, they could last 5, 10, 20 years easily. But of course, I didn't know that. So after tearing up those $85 shoes, guess what I did? Bought another pair, the exact same pair, and went through them in 2 or 3 months, easily invested in a shoe that cost 200 or 300 bucks that would have lasted me 20 times longer. I'm talking about easily 10 years. So if you're someone who's gonna have to wear dress shoes, don't do like I did. Do not buy cheap leather dress shoes. Next up on my list of things I wish I knew in my 20s, it's okay to be single. Let me give you a quick story about your OG. When I was in my early 20s about to finish undergrad, I figured, hey, I should just settle down. Next girlfriend I get, I'm gonna make it serious. Actually wound up getting engaged, but I really wasn't ready for that at that time. Society had taught me, hey, you're a guy, you're in your 20s, you should be in a serious relationship. Now, if you find the right person for you, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's also nothing wrong with being single until you do find the right person. Don't let societal pressures, your family or friends tell you when you should settle down. Do it when you're ready and you find the right person. Something I definitely wish I knew in my 20s. Next up on the list, I want to tell you something you probably haven't heard very often. It's okay to quit. Here's what I mean. A lot of us, whether it's from family pressure, societal pressure, internal pressure, will stay in relationships, jobs, careers, cities we don't want to be in. And as men, we're often taught, don't give up, stick in there, don't quit. But you know, one of the best things to know is when to leave a situation, when it's not healthy for you. If a relationship, circumstances, or a job are preventing you from getting where you need to be in life and you're not happy, guess what? Sometimes it's okay to walk away. Another thing I definitely wish I knew in my 20s, sometimes who you know is more important than what you know. Now, I'm someone who's always been well-read, always acquiring knowledge, but I often haven't put myself in situations to meet people. I didn't used to network enough. I wasn't meeting the right people to get me where I needed to go. Most of what I knew was in theory. It wasn't in practice. You gotta get out in life, meet people, network to really know what you do know and what you don't know. And meeting and knowing the right people will open a lot of doors much more quickly than that book learning that you have. So don't do like I did in the 20s and be super introverted. Get out there in the world. Who you know is often more important than what you know. And one of the key lessons from that last tip is because I was introverted, I often was afraid to put myself in situations where I didn't know anybody. Which brings us to our next tip. If you want to get further in life, do what scares you. You have to get out of your comfort zone, expand your horizon, expand your experience. Growth will not occur in your safe place. And this is something I've had to learn over the years. Take, for example, this moderately successful YouTube channel. I didn't know much about using the internet or having a YouTube channel. I studied up on it, asked questions, and put myself in front of a camera. Definitely out of my comfort zone. But because I did that, this channel is now a success. Talking into what potentially could have been thousands of people scared me. But if I didn't try it, we wouldn't be here today. So if you want to progress in your life, do what scares you. Something else I really wish I knew when I was younger, the importance of financial literacy. Time for another quick story. My first day in undergrad on campus, I'm walking out of the bookstore. There's this table with credit card offers. I go over there, check it out. Hey, I fill the thing out. Get the credit card, go directly to the ATM, take out 400 bucks. I didn't even know I was supposed to pay it back. One of many mistakes I made in my teens and 20s, just tearing my credit up. It took me years to fix it. But the problem was my parents and my grandparents before them didn't have a strong financial education. Thus, they didn't pass it on to me. What I did wind up doing is doing a lot of self-teaching on investing, savings, the importance of credit. Do yourself a favor. Learn as much as you can about your personal finances. You don't want to wreck your credit in your 20s like I did. And last but certainly not least, on my list of the 10 things I wish I knew in my 20s, spend more time on experiences and less on things. Now in my 20s, me being a style guy, when I started making a little bit of money, I spent so much on clothes, shoes, and things of that nature. Fancy cars, watches, you name it. But guess what I didn't do? I didn't travel. I had all this nice stuff, but hardly any experience. If I would have invested a little bit more in traveling and other life experiences, I would have been a more well-rounded guy in my 20s. So if you can, do the opposite of what I did in my 20s. Spend more money on experiences and less on things. Okay, so there you have it. 10 things I wish I knew in my 20s. Once again, I want to thank today's video sponsor, 20's. Make sure you hit that link in the description and get started on a great, simple, affordable, and effective skincare routine today. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, hit that like button. Helps the channel to grow. And of course, tap that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos we release every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And I'll check you out.